Grand Supreme live stream. And today is, give me a second here, it is 11:49 p.m. Eastern Time, July 11th. God bless to every single one of you. Guys, we have very important news coming out. There's going to be two important news. All right. Number one, Pennsylvania. You guys know about the 911 system that went down, right? And it's still partially down, but now they're putting out a message that says, if you see something, say something. All right. So that's kind of odd, kind of strange. Uh, we're gonna get to that news. So there's a possibility something strange is going on in Pennsylvania. So they also shut down the comment. They shut down the comment box. Give me a second. Let me just pull up this information really quick here. So something is not right here, guys. This is some very disturbing news that's coming out. All right. So you guys already know there was a Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency. They put out the emergency text. Pennsylvania is experiencing a statewide intermittent 911 outage. Individuals experiencing issues contacting 911 are asked to contact their local 911 center on their non-emergency lines. Check counties, social media, and websites. But they also put this one out too. So we are shutting down the comment on this post. Thank you to everyone for your feedback. Please report any suspicious activity to 911. If you see something, say something. So it's kind of strange that they shut down the post and then they ended with, if you see something, say something. Sometimes I feel like, they don't want to put out the real news, but they want you to keep an eye open. I do believe that this might have been some kind of cyber. All right, this might have been some kind of cyber hit. They're still investigating. All right, so we're gonna get to the full detail. We have some more breaking news that is coming out right now. All right, so Los Angeles mayor just put out an information that they are going to give money to illegals. It's to help them when it comes to uh, ICE. So they're gonna give them cash advance. They're gonna give them a lot of stuff. Now, here's the thing, guys. That belongs to the sleeping giant. That belongs to the sleeping giant citizen. That's the sleeping giant tax money. All right. And she's giving it to, give me a second here. Let me pull it up really quick. All right. So I just, Walls Alert just put out this information. All right. Look at this. That's the that's the mayor. Los Angeles mayor signed an order to provide cash payments. See, they keep saying this name here. It's illegal. All right. So she basically gonna give them money affected by ICE raids. So she's gonna be giving money to them. All right. And it doesn't make any sense. Why we give them money? Why we give those individuals money? Hopefully, hopefully, Donald steps in and kind of shut it down or block the payments. But again, that money should be going to those who are sleeping in tent, the sleeping giant citizens out there in San Francisco or out there in other parts of California. They need that money. The veterans, they need that money. They need that. So it just really sad. It's so sad what's going on out there. Also, this is a sad story. You guys know about the farm that ICE raid yesterday? Well, they had young ones working there. Young ones were working there. All right. They had young ones. Again, it seems like they were like 12 or 10 years old, 12 or 13, around there. And these are the young ones. Some of them are the ones that were missing when Joe was sleeping giant leader. You know, the 300,000 young ones that are missing, they found a whole bunch of them, and a lot of them were working out there in a farm in California. Who in the world will put those young ones out there to work in a farm? And by the way, that's a weed farm or cannabis. All right. So they had young ones there. That is so sad. And these young ones, supposedly, these young ones, they had a number. It was written on their neck and address and other information. That's very disturbing. So again, nobody's actually talking about it that much, but that happened. Again, when went there, they actually cuffed a lot of them, and they found young ones there. So it just very disturbing. And I know Gavin knew all about that. He knew all about that. I don't know how these people are still in the spotlight, to be honest. All right, so give me a second here. Let me see if I could pull it up really quick. This is very sad. Let me see if I can find that information here, guys. Look at this. You see that? Those are young ones. Those are young ones. And you got the ICE there. You see that? You got young ones out there, man. Unbelievable. All right. So you have the feds fined 10. Look at this. You see that? 10 young ones at Cali Pot Farm owned by the damn mega donor. Okay, so federal raid uncovers young as 14 working at the fields. That really bothers me. It does. It really bothers me. It really bothers me. So the young ones that are missing, that when they parents come to the sleeping giant, the young ones are missing. Well, they snatch them and put them in the field and put them to work. That's crazy. Gavin, that's your state, dude. That is your state, man. That is your state. And you got young ones working out there on the farm? This is not no 1600s or the 1700s. And on top of that, they working, it's pot, the plant. Unbelievable. So you have farm owner donated $10,000 to Gavin. Wow. And regularly funds the left. Trisha, assistance, said this looks like, I'm gonna skip that name, a violation of young ones' labor laws. And potentially, look at this. You see that? This is the reason why. This is the reason why you have those Looney Tunes out there going against Donald. When I say Looney Tunes, those in the spotlights, they're going berserk with Donald and the Marines and all that out there. So yeah, they're being again, they're being exposed. Mm. Do me a favor, please share the video, guys. Like the video. This is a very important news. Eight unaccompanied minors rescued. While you had those group out there that fired GUN at agents trying to save them. And these group that is out there doing these things, they should be thanking Donald. They should be thanking the ICE. You have young ones out there. It's like, slavery stuff. And instead of thanking them, they throw bricks and everything. Unbelievable. All right. Mm. We have a breaking news. Look at this. The farm workers passed after Cali raid on cannabis farm. A farm worker has passed from injuries sustained during the raids on two licensed cannabis. I totally apologize. Farms in Ventura County. Now, the reason why that person passed away is because those Looney Tunes group were throwing bricks and everything, and I guess he got hit really hard. So they got hit. They got hit. So again, it's very sad, guys. My condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. But this was not ICE fault. This were those group that is going against ICE. They were throwing a lot of object. They were throwing bricks. They were throwing stuff. Now Donald's fed up. Donald just said this. He put out a news, very important news. Donald has just announced that he is granting ICE full authority to apprehend or arrest individuals in a country illegally. All right. So Donald's giving the green light. Cuff him, arrest him. You know, the one thing I'll tell you guys, California, yeah, everything's coming to light. Everything's coming to light. Look, Cali, those out there in Cali, you had young ones working out there in the farm, and these young ones had to be like 10 or 11 years old. Please, man, please, if man, turn that state red, man. Turn it red. Turn it red. I mean, man, that's a blue state, and they having young ones working like that. Man, all right, guys. Donald just put out another message to Putin, and this is the second one. Now, let me show you this really quick here. Donald said you'll be seeing things happen. You'll be seeing things happen. Donald warns Putin after the facility strike. Donald has signaled he would take a tougher line with Moscow after it rejected his peace mediation efforts and escalated strike across Ukraine. So that's the second message that Donald's putting out. So Donald said that there's going to be a statement this Monday. All right. So I do believe that Donald is going to announce sanctions and possibly more weapons are going to be sent. All right. Hey, what's up, AAP? All right, let's go with the 911 call. It's not looking good here, guys. Oh, hold on. Before I start, guys, you heard about Dan Bongino and and then you have the FBI director, Cash. They both came out. They both came out and said that they are going to walk out, that they are going to resign if Pam Bondi does not step down. If Pam Bondi does not resign, they will walk out. Now, for those of you that don't know, there was a big thing that went down in the White House. It was so bad, they told Dan, you have to go, take a day off, go to the beach, do whatever you want, but you have to go. I mean, things just went berserk. Um, I feel like Dan knows something. I feel like Dan knows that there is a list. You know, Jeffrey, that list, he knows something is up. He knows, guys. He knows. Now, Pam Bondi came out and she said, I'm not gonna step down and I'm not gonna resign. I'm not going nowhere. So there's a possibility Dan and Cash possibly gonna tell Donald, we out of here. We are out of here. So I don't know, guys. I do feel like there is a list. There is a list. All right. And they're blaming Pam. Pam is possibly hiding something. I'm sure a handful of twos. Give me a second here. AAP said it's the you know what, pushing tons of fake news to make Donald look bad. Kratos says nobody should be sending anything to Ukraine. Well, Donald said he's going to be sending a lot of stuff. He's going to be sending a lot of stuff. All right, let's go with the. Give me a second here, guys. So it's really going down tonight. Additional explosions, fire reported in Lviv amid large-scale strike on western Ukraine. Fire and damage have been reported at multiple regions in the city of Lviv amid a large-scale missiles and drone strike on Ukraine western region. So it's really going down. Wow, uh, it's really going down. Okay, so we have updates about the 911. It says here you have police in Pennsylvania are asking people to stop calling 911 to test the system. 911 in the state is experiencing intermittent outages, but some calls are coming through. All right. Ooh, hold on. No more playing around. ICE agents must be protected. Wow. So they're going to start cuffing the rioters. Donald said I am on my way back from Texas and watched in disbelief as thugs were violently throwing rocks and bricks at ICE while they were moving down a roadway in their car and official vehicle. Tremendous damage was done to these brand new vehicles. I know for a fact that these officers are having a hard time with allowing this to happen in that it shows such total disrespect for land and order. That's one thing that I don't like is when, we got law enforcement, and every time me and my wife, when we see an officer or when we see like like military soldiers, we always give them, thank you for your service and sending prayers to you. I mean, we give a lot of thanks to them. They have the toughest job in the world. They see things that you couldn't even imagine. All right. They see crazy stuff and they have to come home, long day from work. It's not an easy job. These people, they do see some crazy stuff, but they don't get the respect. They don't. Therefore, I am directing Secretary of Homeland Security and Borders Tom to instruct all ICE Homeland Security or any other law enforcement officer who is on the receiving end of thrown rock, bricks, or any other form of assault to stop their car and cuff these. Wow. I'm not gonna say that word, but yeah, he called them basically thugs, using whatever means is necessary to do so. I am giving total authorization for ICE to protect itself, just like they protect the public. I never want to see a car carrying a law enforcement officer strike again. Authorization immediately granted for arrest and incarceration. Thank you for your attention to this matter. There you go. So Donald is he's not playing around. He's not playing around. Hey, oh, it's here? All right. Oh no, I got it. Hold on. You sure? Okay. All right. We got some food, guys. We work really hard today. Me and my wife, we work really hard, and we decided to get something to eat. And yeah. So yeah, my wife is getting the food right now. Guys, give me a second here. Give me one second here, guys. Okay, so the wife got the food. Just, making sure that the Uber driver's not like one of those crazy Uber drivers. All right, I'll be there in a minute, babe. Oh, there you go. All right, so we got some food, guys. I'm gonna eat mine once I'm done with this. It's probably gonna be cold by the time I get to it, but yeah. Um, okay, so guys, I want to read this one here. This is really sad that you got this stuff going on. The mayor provides cash payments. Look, cash payments, you see that? Cash payments to those group issues order to thwart immigration enforcement. I'm gonna skip certain words here, guys. The White House slams move as pathetic stunt while immigration operation continue. Now, why would you give money to them? Now, this is what the mayor says. They have every right. No. We, the sleeping giant citizen, we have the rights. They don't. They came here again, those individuals came here and broke the law. They jump over, and again, when you do that, you just broke the law. They don't have rights. Just like American citizen, let's say someone goes and rob a place, then get caught by police, and then you got to go to court and you serve 8 years. That's it. Your rights has been stripped. That's it. You broke the law. It's like these people are granted with so many things. Los Angeles mayor signed an executive order Friday to booster protocols and support deeps, including offering cash. Un- Unbelievable. I mean, how much you gonna give them? That's the big question here. So we're gonna have to wait. Hopefully, we get some more information. But yeah, she's gonna give them money. She's gonna give them money. I mean, what's money gonna do? What's money gonna do? You're interfering with an operation here of ICE. That's what she's doing. She's interfering with this operation. This is what you call a lawlessness, defiant. This is not how you're supposed to respond to your commander in chief. This is not how you're supposed to do that. So hopefully, again, hopefully they put a stop to that because number one, that money belongs to the Californians. We're talking about the true California citizens. That's their money. That's their tax. It says here, guys, give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. The order is intended to help protect the city workforce and residents from the federal gov during the ICE operation. It also demands the federal agency provide records of the raid, who was detained, and for what reasons the cost to taxpayer, which will be part of a Freedom of Formation Act. There is a need for me to have an executive order to help out to help our city understand how to protect itself from our federal gov. Woman, you're acting like the GOV is going after and destroying everything in your region. And there you go, guys. There you go. And that's the blue. That is the blue. This is why a lot of people don't like the blue because they stand with those that came to us sleeping giant illegal. They stand with them. You know why? And listen up, this is very important. The reason why they're doing this is because November is around the corner. You again, don't bite the hand that feeds you. I give you money, you take care of me, I take care of you. You take care of me at the ballot box, and I take care of you every month. So it's very sad. It is. It's very sad. See, basically giving them money so they could buy more bricks. That's what it is. Giving them more money so they could buy more bricks or more stuff. Mm. All right, give me a second here, guys. Hmm. Hold on. IT is posting something here. You got a nuclear here. Yars Mobile land-based nuclear missile launchers begin combat patrol during drills. You have troops march 62 miles, simulating position. All right. They're bringing out the big toys. They're bringing out the big toys. And that's Russia, by the way. I think that was Russia. Mm, give me a second here, guys. I'm still looking for more information. Okay, so I want to bring this news up, all right? Because it seems like there's a lot of earthquake going on in California. All right, so there's been a lot of earthquake. There's been a lot of flood. There's been a lot of stuff going on. A giant swarm of earthquake has struck Southern California near a major fault line that could unleash the infamous the big one, excuse me, and decimate the West Coast. Now they've been talking about this for decades, guys, but there is a lot of earthquake going on right now. The USGS said that several dozen small and moderate sized earthquakes struck the area around the Salton Sea Thursday night and Friday morning, a lake roughly 100 miles from San Diego. The most powerful In the earthquakes since then, over 30 smaller quakes have struck the same area along the lake southern tip. And it's not only that. I don't know if you guys paying attention to the one in there's a volcano, Mount Rainier or Reindeer, something like that. There's been over 400 earthquakes. All right. So the West Coast is shaking. The West Coast is shaking. And Japan is still shaking too. Now, a lot of people still holding on to that prediction from that person about the mega quake. So a lot of people still holding on to that because they're saying that it could happen in the month of July. So we still in July, so July 12th, right? So I'm not saying it's gonna happen. It's just these people putting out all these prediction. And you guys already know when it comes to prediction, I'm sorry, I just focus on scriptures. I just there's so many false teachers and false prophets is all over the place. And trust me, God will let his people know who are the true prophets. God will not allow his people to be deceived like that. All right, so we're gonna skip this one here, guys. All right, it's just a whole bunch of earthquake going on in California, but we already know the routine when it comes to that. Mm. I'm gonna share that one if you guys want to check it out, guys. I was planning on taking the family to watch a movie like the Superman, but someone said not to because it just is terrible. It's like WOKE. So I really don't want to take my family to watch that type of stuff. Birdie Bear says more like self-proclaimed prophets. Yeah. I mean, again, guys, I see so many of them. I mean, the guy that called himself the new pope, he's still putting out videos and he's still, he's telling people to bow down to him and to obey him because Jesus Christ sent him. His name is Abdullah something. So he's still putting out videos. Give me a second here. What was the last video he posted? I mean, again, it just it's sad because these people they do get a lot of views. Now, I'm not hating, it's not jealousy. It's just I don't like to see my brothers and sisters being deceived. Everybody just going after these wolves. Well, they don't know that they're wolves, they're just blind. I get a message. How dare you attack one of God messenger, Lewis? Come on, stop. Knock it off, guys. Knock it off. All right, so give me a second here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me just read this really quick here. This is a very important update, right? So this is a very important update. Los Angeles mayor offer cash to the you know who after ICE raids. The mayor just signed an executive order giving out cash to the those that came from the southern region hit by Donna ICE raids. Cash is also for emergency, all right? That cash is like, again, for example, wildfire, right? That cash is for like stuff like that. You don't just throw cash like that to a whole bunch of individuals that came to our sleeping giant illegally. You don't do that. So it says here, what? And the order demands federal records on who was detained, why, and how much it cost. The mayor says it's about protecting the city from our federal protecting the city from what? From what? Protecting the city from what? They're doing their job. ICE is doing their job. That's what they do. That's what they do. They go out there to do their job. They get orders from the commander in chief. See, she's going against the commander in chief. That's being too defiant. Once again, it says here the White House clapped back, calling it a pathetic stunt and mocking the policy as a Babylon Bee headline. Ooh, okay. The ICE raid has intensified in SoCal, including one that found 10, look at this, young ones on a cannabis farm. All right. I don't know what's going on out there in Cali, but boy, oh boy. All right. Give me a second here, guys. Hmm. Got my dogs barking in the backyard. All right, so far there's no crazy stuff coming out from the so-called the new pope. All right, so nothing crazy so far. All right, so nothing crazy is going on with the new pope. That he called himself the new pope. But other than that, guys, yeah, this is all the information here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me just read some of your comments. To be able to give me a second here. Carissa said, "Be ready for peace and safety. The two-state solution coming soon. Jesus is coming soon, and we are the chosen generation." It's just so amazing that we were chosen to be in this time frame. Imagine just being in the time of Noah. I mean, that time was brutal. Living in a time of way back, what, like 4,000, 5,000 years ago. What was the population back then? I mean, back then there had to be a lot of people. All right, so they say that the flood happened. Supposedly, the flood happened in the year 2,200. All right, so we in the year 2025. All right, the flood happened in 2,200. They had to have some kind of technology or some again, but back then it was so evil. You had you know, the uh the fallen angels and just sleeping with the women's and the women's giving birth to babies and they grow to be giants. It just back then it was just so brutal, and God just completely wiped out everything. I look, I believe that the population had to be 4 billion or maybe bigger when God flooded the world. All right, so it had to be a huge population because back then people lived to like 500 years old, 500 or 700 years old. So if that was the year 2,200, man, there had to be a lot of people. Give me a second. Huh? Yeah. Why you want me to bring the dog in? If you want to. Huh? He doesn't have a leash. Yeah. Just leave him. I got him. Okay. Yeah. You sow the flowers. Just talk to the people. There you go. Just I'll be right back. Yeah.
For fun. Dang. You gotta have some massive ear things for these. Okay. Hey guys. So I've been told to show you the plants until he comes here. Or to talk to you guys. Hi Lewis, tell your wife I said hello and God bless you guys. Oh, God bless you. Hello. I once saw a TV preacher bring a fake Ark of the Covenant down the hill of the church. He's not the false Messiah or ace Antichrist, but it sure makes him a false teacher. Yeah, there's a lot of them. A lot of them. She's the man in the relationship? No. If you're talking about me, oh no, no, no. Um, hi Tom. Little shop of flowers. It should be. So yeah, these are the flowers. Hi Birdie. We've got a nice elephant ear there. We've got a nice Oakley right here. Oh, oh, oh.
Let's go, buddy.
Put 'em in the room. Nice plants. Thank you. Right here, I gotta put 'em-
All right, so I'm back. Hi guys, I'm back. All right, so we have a big land. We have a big, massive land, and the dog was out all day. And don't worry, guys, they have a nice dog house. They have a big pile of water and food. But for some reason, that dog loves to bark. And I remember it was 2 or 3 in the morning, and the neighbor came out and she dropped the F bomb and started complaining. But again, the reason why the dog barks is because the neighbor have their cats outside. So the cats is outside and the dog is barking. So it just yeah. But we decided to keep the dog inside. But we do have a place for them to sleep in. And we do have a big shed, and the shed has like one of those opening that the dog goes in. So don't care about the dog, just fill us on the news. Dude, I just gave you like almost 43-minute news. And a dog is something that people want to know. People ask, the updates from the animals. If you want to hear the news, just hit rewind. You could watch it for 40 minutes. But yeah, the dog loves being in the backyard. All right, give me a second here, guys. Not much information coming out. Not much. Yeah, there's not much information here, guys. If you can give this video a thumbs up, thank you so much, guys. We made it to 200. I really appreciate that. Yeah, there's not much coming out, so it's going to be a slow night. But I do believe that Donald is going to, again, send a message to Putin, and that's going to be a big one, guys. We're going to be making a lot of videos. We're going to be talking about, yeah, we're going to be talking about Ukraine and Russia. Someone left a very important message about Israel and Iran. Let me see if I can find that really quick. Mm, I'm sorry, guys. Trying to find the information here. Hold on. I just found something. All right. So, guys, yep, this platform was trying to do something here, but it seems like there was a really bad connection. And yeah, we back. We are back. So it says here you have 10 most likely ways that the world will end, from supervolcanoes to nuclear. Experts say the deadliest warnings to humanity, including one that will lead to everybody on Earth falling dead at the same moment. Falling dead at the same moment. Hold on. Hold on. Let me click on this really quick here, guys. Let me click on this. Now, I did mention about Iran. Someone left a very important message, and I agree. The person said, if you think Iran and Holy Land war is over, you are wrong. What we have seen was the tip of the iceberg. So there will be more to come. Ah, man. Guys, I wanted to read this news article, but yeah, they want me to just sign up monthly and pay like I don't know how much is it, but I just have too many subscription, guys. I paid too much on news media stuff, and I read news article, so I have to like pay monthly for a lot of them, and it's hurting my pocket. It's hurting my pocket. So here's the thing: 10 ways that the world could end. Right? Nuclear? No. Um, volcano? No, no, no. I believe, well, the Bible says that the world is going to end when God says it is done, it is finished. I am the first, the last, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning, and the end. God will say, it is done, it is finished, it is fulfilled. And from there, Second Peter mentions that the entire heaven, the universe, will go out with a big sound. It will be obliterated. Everything will be gone. The stars will be gone. Everything will be gone. The sun will just be gone. It just everything will be erased. In the beginning, there was a big bang. I do believe so. God said, let there be light. Boom, there was light. And no, God was not talking about the sun. All right. God was not talking about the sun. God was not talking about the sun. There is a lot of lights out there in the universe, all right? And if you go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 14, God talks about the creation of two lights, one to govern the day, which is the greater light, and the other one to govern the night, which is the lesser light, the sun and the moon. And then God created the stars. So there was multiple lights. God has created multiple lights. So but at the very end, God will finish it. All this was not create. All this was not created to last forever. All right. All this has an end. Just like we live, we are born, we grow up, we pay tax, we get old, and we die. Again, we have that expiration date. Our soul goes back to the Lord because it belongs to Him. When people is like, I sold my soul to the devil, yeah, you can't sell your soul. You can't, it's not yours. It's not yours. All that nonsense, again, you can't sell what's not yours. All right. The spirit will return to the Lord. It belongs to Him. The Lord is the one that it's He's the rightful owner. All right. You can't sell something that it doesn't belong to you, and it just but again, at the very end, all this will completely be wiped out. This is why the Bible said to live your life cheerful, be happy, live righteous under Christ, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. A lot of people, when that time comes, when it's, you're in the hospital dying of old age and you got your loved ones surrounding you, a lot of people, they're afraid because they don't know what's coming to them. But just remember, always keep Christ. Always keep Jesus with you. Focus on Jesus. All right. Pretty soon, I'm gonna go inside and eat my Taco Bell. That's what I got, Taco Bell. Probably all cold now and everything. Not much information coming out, but this is the one that we talked about earlier at the beginning. You know, the 911 emergency number that was down? They also upload, well, they post this too, guys. We are shutting down. Guys, if you can give this video a thumbs up, let's make it to 300. We are shutting down the comments on this post. Thank you to everyone for your feedback. Please report any suspicious activity to that number. If you see something, say something. Mm. So this is what they put out. Ooh, those are really tiny words. So they have three separate incidents reported regarding suspicious activity involving males that appeared to be were reported as Mid Eastern or Hispanic. These incidents have been reported to the law enforcement in Beaver County area in the last 8 days. One incident occurred at the, I'm gonna skip that name. So it happened in a church. So it happened in multiple churches. This happened in Brighton Township. Mm, that's why you always got to keep your eyes open. Ah, nice. That was a big mosquito. Yep, that was a big mosquito. That's why you always got to be aware of your surroundings. Always be aware of your surroundings, guys. There's always that crazy stuff going on. And again, if you see something, say something. All right. Give me 1 second here, guys. Okay, so we got a breaking news here. This is crazy. This is like the second time. Okay, John Cena apologized. The island is part of the Red Dragon. You know why he's saying that, right? Because a lot of the money that he makes, a lot of the stuff that he's selling out there, well, again, he gets paid by the Red Dragon. He gets paid a lot of money from them. He do. He gets paid a lot of money. He do. He gets paid a lot of money. One thing I tell you, I would not apologize to those again to those party. Absolutely not. Those are the parties that go after Christians. Yeah, I would not apologize to them. Let me just read some of your comments. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Happy Sunday. Excuse me. Happy Saturday. 2.5 billion people, according to the biblical. Oh, hold on. Gina, are you talking about the population back in Noah's time? Was it 2.5 billion people? I don't know how's that possible though. I mean, I heard that the population during the time of Noah was like around 2 billion, but the flood happened in the year 2200, I think. And the reason why everything has been reset is because, Jesus, again, we actually had the Gregorian calendar and so many other things. There was a reset right after Jesus. There was a reset when it came to restarting the years. So we started from zero. All right. So that's why they say in the year 2032 will be Jesus' birthday, which is 2,000 years in the year 2032. That's what a lot of people believe. So people's doing a countdown of Jesus' 2,000 year birthday. But yeah, during the time of Noah, um, i- the population, I guess it was I don't know 3 billion, according to scholars and experts. But that's their guess. That is their guess. My guess, I believe it was a lot more than that. I believe the population. I mean, I could be wrong, but I believe the population had to be 5, maybe 10 billion, or maybe more than that, possibly 15 billion. And the reason why is because those people lived up to 500 years. We only live to like the closest is like 100. All right. If you take care of yourself, if you eat healthy, many of us live up to like 70 and or 60 and stuff like that. Those people live up to 500 years old. Man, they walk this earth for so long. And so they have all these kids and stuff. And God said to multiply and go out, multiply. And I do believe it was a huge population. Now, when God told Noah to build the ark, only 8 people, 8 out of the entire population, 8 people entered the ark. 8. There were 8. Everybody else washed away. They were gone. They were washed away, gone, gone. And so there was a reset. There was a reset. So Noah again and the family, they were told to produce, to go out and fill the earth. Then Noah got drunk. Noah had too much grape. He had too much grape. And you guys know the story, the tent when Noah son entered the tent and saw his father naked. And of course, there's all that crazy conspiracy stuff going on that, something happened, but in that tent. But again, LG community are saying that was, but again, I'm not gonna say too much on this platform. I'll probably talk about it over on Patreon. But yeah, guys, we almost at 300. We almost at 300. I'm gonna stay here until we hit 300. So, mm. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for again your support. I really appreciate it. Louis, do you not do membership? No, I don't. I don't do membership. I was thinking about doing that. Ah, I don't know, guys. I mean, I just feel like membership is like for big channels. I mean, you got to have a big channel. Again, when I do a live stream, I feel like everyone should be part of the live stream. There's some people out there that do live stream only for membership. Only those that pay. I just feel like there's a lot of people struggling. And I try to give I, I, you know, easiest stuff for the people, the cheapest Patreon, not doing the membership and stuff. But yeah, I was thinking about that, and I'm gonna have to do some more research on that. And I possibly might have some merch. I don't know, some merch. Some you know, I don't know, maybe some cups, mugs, or I don't know. I'll figure something out. So, but yeah, I don't do none of that. I don't promote nothing. I don't promote gold. I don't promote stuff like that. Again, I get emails from all these company that say that I can make a lot of money. I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." But you could get money from gold. No, 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 I'm good. I'm good. I don't need that. I don't need that on my channel. But thank you so much. I really appreciate the whatever the offer. But yeah, I'm not gonna be doing all that type of stuff. I just feel like, again, I'm old school. I just want to give you guys the news and just hang out. So YouTube is messing with your live stream again. I know. Your camera is on Zoom? What? Give me a second here, guys. Give me a second here. I want to see if I'm zoomed in. Wow. Um, Guys, I was not aware that it was zoomed in like that because it doesn't show, again, when I turn like this, it doesn't show like it's zoomed in. I could see like my house, I could see everything. I don't know why I don't know why they're doing I don't know why the platform is doing that. Guys, I truly apologize. I was not aware I was zoomed in like that. So, yeah, that is strange. No, guys, I'm zoomed out. On my phone, I'm zoomed out. It shows that I'm zoomed out. But it seems like on YouTube, they're not catching that. The live stream is not catching it. It seems like it's a bug or something. Maybe, yeah, I'm really zoomed in. All right. So guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. Hey, thank you so much for the likes. I really appreciate it. Who's that? Chrissy Cass said, right on, Lewis. Blue said it was the way last night too. Really? I was that zo Oh man. All right, so I'm gonna have to talk to my wife and see what's going on. Um, I I don't think it's my phone though. I don't know. I mean, it might be my phone. I got this new phone, but my phone is like it's like an old one. I don't have the brand new iPhone. Those iPhone, the brand new one, they go for too much money. So they go for too much money. But again, there's always some issue going on with the phones. But again, as long as you guys can hear me, that's like the most important thing. Maybe one day I'll do a podcast and just a radio station or something. Someone is like, we all can see your mouth. Oh, oh man, that's a good one. Yeah, I gotta tell my wife, and yeah, she's gonna start laughing. The camera is is on Zoom. Is it? Give me a second here. Yeah, give me one second here, guys. See, I haven't done a live stream in so many years, and they have all these new stuff. YouTube got this new stuff going on here. Yeah, I'm not even gonna mess with it. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm just gonna go inside, just eat my dinner. Right now it's 12:55. But thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Hey, have a blessed weekend, and just continue praying for the country. And I did pray for many of you. I prayed for a lot of people. I know I get some emails for prayer requests, and yeah, I've been praying for many of you guys. So again, pray for me too. Pray for me and my family. Enjoy your life, and God bless you all. And have a good night. Till next time later. Peace.